friends can help you through the darkest of times, right? They're also there to cheer you on.
And television host Mel Robbins is here this morning to talk about being a good friend, right? And you have a special motivational message for us. We got a lot to talk about this morning. So let's talk about friendship first off.
Well, so today's challenge and what I want you to think about is I want you to check in on your male friend this week. And the reason why is we tend to check on our female friends, we tend to check in on people that we're worried about, and they tend to be the women in our lives, but men need you checking in on them too. Just because they're, they may appear like they got it all together, or they may appear that they're happy, it doesn't mean that there's something that's not going on.
We have feelings.
Yes, you do. And in fact, this Friday, I did an incredible show where we had a show about the secrets that men keep and the things they are uncomfortable talking about. We filled the Mel Robbins show audience with just men. We had incredible male experts on, and there were 3 topics that we talked in depth about that men are uncomfortable talking about.
Which are?
Health.
Well, the first one is, nope, not health, it was money, and whether or not you feel that you're successful. And how men beat themselves up. And we had a couple on where the wife is making a lot more money than the husband. He's a struggling comic. Actually, Chuck Nice, the comedian, was one of our experts, so he was giving advice. We had Devon Franklin on, who was also giving advice. The second topic that men struggle with is friendship. Every man in the audience admitted.
That's surprising, though. They seem so easy at it, right?
You know what? Men, when they become adults, find it very difficult to have meaningful friendships. And the third one is depression. 6 million men a year get diagnosed in the United States with depression. Plus, men are less likely to go to the doctor for mental health issues. So check on your male friends. And then today, guys, the show today. Catfishing.
That is such a topic that, people show up as these other people. Like, what?
First of all,
welcome to 2019.
This is the #1 scam being used on adult women in the United States. You're going to meet a former military analyst, smart lady, who was catfished out of more than $1 million after
you're not
she
talking
became
about just catfishing in the dating
No,
world.
we're talking about how the scam itself, the mechanics of the scam, the bait that they use to lure you in and hook you. And there's an actual methodology to this, and they're targeting women in a particular way. And the stories are jaw-dropping. That's today's show.
And it's not that letter, I've got a prince in Nigeria that's going to give you $1 million if you give him your bank account.
It's not that at all. They use a real person's profile. And then you think you're talking to a real person, and because real people put up things on Snapchat and on Instagram, they can copy that story and put it back up so it appears that it's real.
Exactly.
And so you get going in this dialogue. And the other unbelievable thing, if you Google catfishing scripts, you'll come up with scripts. Do you know? Have you been catfished? You literally are like,
You have?
And the scripts are out there for you to follow.
You've been the victim of this.
I haven't been. I've never fallen for it, but I've certainly received a few things in my inbox where I'm looking at this saying, "Is this real?" They know, and it almost seems like they know who you are.
Right. And for women, they prey on women that are widowed, recently divorced. And it starts off as almost like a pen pal relationship. And there's so much detail in the back and forth that it never even occurs to you that this person isn't real. So that's today's show.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm really glad you're doing this all-male show, too, because I think depression and anxiety and things like that are things that men are bearing and don't want to talk about. I know from experience.
And also having Chuck Nice there and having Devon Franklin there and Dr. Russell there, it's not a dark topic. It's not heavy. It's so super funny.
All right. Lots of good stuff coming up, Mel.
That's Friday.
Always great to see you on Mondays.
And be sure to check out the Mel Robbins show, everybody. Weekdays at 9 a.m. Of course, a few minutes away following us, the Big 7 News.